All right, y'all.
Welcome.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah.
Let's get what?
Canceled in here.
Another controversial topic we're gonna bring out tonight.
Woo.
Women. Let's talk about equality. Yeah,
I'm
this is a,
nervous.
this is a topic to definitely get canceled. And
I'm
you
really
know what?
nervous.
You can do whatever you want. Cancel it, rewind it,
Y'all gonna
whatever.
come for me. I know the comment section is gonna be on fire.
You're gonna be on fleek.
I know it's gonna be on fire
It
when
gonna
I'm
be
done.
it gonna be on fleek. Yeah,
When I'm done with the equality, because I don't agree with half of the shit I hear, but okay.
but
Who wanna start? You wanna start?
you are in the ring, man. You gotta defend your kind.
I'm gonna defend my kind, but reality is reality. That's
Okay.
how I feel with
Are
that.
you giving up already? Is that what
I'm
you're saying?
not giving up. No matter what, women are deserved to have some value of equality, yes.
Okay.
But not the way they be going crazy and hard for it. Some of them I feel like I don't have the make and the model of a man. So but we're gonna get to that point. I'm not trying to already start vent and ramp off and
Okay.
rampage
Well,
of
she
what I
already
have to say.
started controversy. I already started controversy. I
I just
didn't say
know,
nothing.
ladies, don't take it offense. This is just how I feel. Please don't take offense of what I'm about to say. Just know this is my opinion.
You come from a love. You come from a
It's
place of
coming
love.
from realness, place of love. Yes, I feel like we need to be valued, but there's a lot more we as women overdo.
She said it. Um, so it seemed to be a controversial issue about equality those days. Um, but is it a real thing though? Is he like, yeah? So we talk about equality. The feminist movement have come out in the 50s and 60s about women equality, women liberation.
But those times the equality was different. It's like, women were meant to stay at home, cook, take care of the children.
Right.
And they were like, hey, we can be breadwinners too. We can make money as well,
Okay.
and so forth. So I feel that that equality, yes, it makes sense. It's needed, it's granted, especially in this day and age
Okay.
where finances are unexplainable. The influx in the economy is just so much. So I feel like yes, men and women should work. But some of the levels now that these women say they're trying to take, and then some of the disrespect that this men do and say, I don't agree with those.
So
So
if we have to break it down, it's what back in the 50s, 60s, women liberation movement, feminism movement came through to liberate women. You know, originally it wasn't a black woman movement, but black women benefited from it. Um, in a social place, work, pay is pretty much where we feel the most impact, right?
yes,
But what has that transpired as of today in terms of equality between men and women now?
it's almost like a constant battle. That's what I feel. Like a constant battle where the woman is trying to one up the man in the job or in life.
Right?
Okay,
Level
if
up.
if if he can do it, I can do it.
Correct.
Where I feel like in some senses we can't as women. We don't have the make of a man. That's I'm gonna go as simple as possible.
Right.
We don't have the make of a man, so the
Right.
strength of a man. So as far as those jobs that have more men dominated in that area,
Okay.
let them do their thing. That's the strength you have.
Well,
And I
here's the
feel
thing.
like there's jobs that a, a man really should be doing because it's more ladylike, more there's more masculinity in some jobs than others. That's the words and terms I need to use.
Correct.
There's more masculinity in some jobs than others, and there's more femininity in other jobs than others.
Correct.
And I feel where that diaspora is, we need to separate the two and not keep them together. Because I don't want a masculine job because I know I'm not a man and I don't have that power and that capability of doing it.
Okay.
And I feel like a man should not want a feminine job because they don't have the power and capability or the mindset because men and women think differently
Correct.
to do that job.
Correct.
So that's where I said the equality is a little bit too much now because we try to say, oh, if a man can do it, I can do it. No, I cannot lift up 5 cases of water at one time. So men, I can't do it.
Oh,
I
so
can't do it.
no.
And I
Yeah,
don't know how to
true.
use a jackhammer like a man can use the strength of a jackhammer.
True.
So I can't do it. It's
You-
not equal.
I mean, you can't lift if a case of water, but some women can.
I'm gonna
some-
lift the case, yes, but if I want it done faster, a man is gonna lift 2 or 3 at one time and carry them inside the house.
But
That's the strength
yes, the truth.
that more of a woman.
The truth of
with
the truth of the matter is
equality.
this. The truth of the matter is this. So, in all intents or purposes, the equality narrative is what? It's pretty much equal work, equal pay.
But still, there is no such thing as equal work and equal pay. Right now, there are so many jobs where a woman is an executive president at the same title of the same company, and you go to a different company and a man is an executive president, and they're in the same exact field, but the man is making more money.
Okay. So, do you know what the reason is behind this? What could be the reason for that?
That's just life. That's how society and the standpoint has set up the system to be.
Okay. So, from the statistic, it is proven that it's not about the fact that women are not going to produce, or she's not going to be, she's not going to excel at her job, or she's not going to deliver what she should be delivering. But because of our natural biology, even though let's say we work in the corporate office, right? No grunt work is required. No muscle is required. On that level, it is still fine. Equal work, equal pay. Yeah, it hasn't been. We made a lot of progress when it comes to pay for women for the last 50, 60 years.
A lot. I'm not going to say that we haven't worked our behinds off to get that pay.
Correct.
Yes.
So this really pertains in the corporate world. I would say 100% equality. We have the same type of brain. We can deliver the results.
Yes, agreed.
No problem. I'm more for it 100%.
Corporate, yes.
Corporate, yes.
Agreed. Corporate world, yes.
So,
the
narrative that we hear today is that we're equal. It doesn't matter whether we're corporate or not corporate.
How? Okay, I disagree. When I say I disagree 1,000%, we are not. There's no way.
Why did you feel we're not equal those days?
Women
do fit for themselves. They have their own house, their own car. They work for themselves. They do their own thing. Okay. They make their own money.
Down to nature. Let's talk about the natural instinct of a man, capability of a man, and a natural capability of a woman, right? We're talking about this. I'm going to repeat myself until I'm blue in the face. I cannot lift this couch the way a man would be able to lift the couch with that strength.
I thought a woman can. Does it come down?
Are you being sarcastic right now? because I can't take you.
I'm not being sarcastic. It's true. Some women can lift couches.
I'm not saying. Hear me out. I'm not saying the woman can't. I'm not saying I can't lift the couch.
Okay.
It's going to take more effort.
Okay.
For me to lift the couch, and I'm even if I'm not even say me.
Okay.
Well, let's put this instance. Both women, male, they work out, they weigh the same, have the same body BMI, have the same muscle mass. Naturally, a man is stronger than a woman.
But mindset say that she's equal to the man, though.
Her mindset can say it all, but your make does not say it all. Okay. Your make doesn't give you that. How is that gonna work?
Okay. So what you're saying is true in most cases. It's not what we see on the street.
I feel like it's a
It's a narrative. It's a
75
narrative.
to 25 case.
So who came up with that? Who came up with this men and women are equal? That we equal.
It's because women have been fighting to just be heard and seen.
Okay.
So they've been fighting that battle to be seen and heard, especially in the corporate world. We go out and we do, we make a project and
the truth of the matter, yeah, I get that. Like I said, in corporate world, it's all level up.
In the house, men and women are not
when
equal.
When it comes to brain work, it's all level up.
Yes. But
it's all level up.
Agreed.
I cannot dispute that.
I'm agreeing with you on that.
Right.
Where I disagree is alpha male and feminine female. A man is a protector. A woman can protect, but a man is going to protect in ways that a woman cannot. So we're talking about equality. Let's go even into that way.
Right.
Let's dig into that. Men and women can protect. Yes, we can protect our family, do the best to. But the thought process and the vision that a man may have in his protection mode, in his bear mode, will be totally different than if a woman does it. Because in your natural innate state, you're supposed to protect.
Okay.
So that equality is not the same again.
Do you think they believe it?
They don't.
A modern women believe that they can actually protect themselves.
I'm independent. I don't need no man. I can do this on my own. I'ma fix it. And the reason why that has happened, I'm gonna give you the reason why that has happened. Mm-hmm. We have been failed by many men.
Okay.
We have been failed by many men.
Okay.
Every time, it could be in a household where there's no male figure. Mm-hmm. And then when we come out into the world and try to date and find someone to build a relationship, we've been failed time and time again. So we said, okay, if you're going to keep failing us, let me figure it out myself. Let me show you, since you don't want to do it, I'm going to do it.
Okay, now, if we talk about the issue of, be fed by men, there's as many men that be fed by women too.
Yeah, I'm not batting that.
So
I'm not.
I understand what you're saying. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is that it seems like you be fed by men more than you be failing us. So because you say, okay,
I think it's because women are more, they voice more than men.
Okay. So which mean that if you voice more than men, which means that you're allowed to voice that and to let that thing out.
We open our mouth and speak about
it. You can literally cry at work, and people will be okay with that.
True. Where if a man
no damn man can cry at work.
He's going to be considered.
He's going to be a weirdo.
No one's going to want to be around him.
That is correct.
And that's because of how society sets
life to be. So how can we be? And I said, let me put it this way: let's assume we're in the corporate world. You're under pressure. You break down. You have a nervous breakdown.
You were saying this, and I had this today. I kid you not, I had that today.
And like I said, you allow.
I'm not gonna go into detail of the persons and names and titles.
We don't need that.
We don't need that. So, agreed.
Right.
So, someone came to me and confided in me today, and said, "Hey, I'm going through a lot in my personal life. Male. Mm-hmm. I'm the female. That person's the male.
Okay.
I'm going through a lot in my personal life, and then I have some medical conditions that it's going on, and I don't know what it is, and I'm scared.
Right.
And I just don't know what to do. I can see that person wants to cry.
Right.
That man wants to cry.
Right.
Because he's scared.
Right.
He doesn't know what's wrong with him as far as his health condition.
Right.
And then he feels like he's overwhelmed with work and just don't know what to do.
Right.
And I can see that he wants to cry,
right.
but also he's holding it in to not give me that weak of a man kind of idea.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that person said, "Hey, look, I don't want you to tell anybody what I just said. I'm just telling you because we work together, and and we're basically hand in hand kind of thing. I'm your frick, you're my frack. I'm your left, you're my right kind of thing, and I just want to make sure you know what's going on and so forth. And I said, okay, cool, no problem. I felt it for him as a woman. Because I said, hey, remember a couple of weeks ago, I came in your office and I was crying. He's like, yeah, I know, it's okay. Right. He literally dismissed and said it's okay for me to do it.
Correct.
And went over and like, yeah, I don't, and said, hey, please don't try to bring it up when we're around others because I don't want to cry.
Right, correct. So
that scenario is exactly what happened today. The man knew, hey, I can't cry.
Correct.
I can't do it.
I can't be vulnerable.
No.
I can't show emotion.
The emotion has to be held in.
Correct. So how from that point can we be equal? If the narrative of today in modern society and modern women who have said that we're equal, we can allow you to cry on the street. And you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
We're not equal because let me tell you, if a domestic case goes against a man, and I'm gonna say it, and someone may not like it. I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
If a domestic violence happens, and it's a man and a woman, right?
Okay.
And the woman was the initiator, the abuser.
Right.
Most of the times, nothing happens to the woman.
Correct. When the cops come.
When the cops come and everyone.
Who get handcuffed first?
Most of the time, nothing happens to the woman. It's the male that gets the short end.
That's like what 80% of the time. Doesn't matter when instigated.
80. You're being nice when you say 80.
Okay.
I believe it's 90% of the
okay.
time.
Well, I'll be conservative, but
yes.
Yeah,
it's a higher statistic
that is correct.
that the man is gonna get arrested.
So the man
or gonna be looked
restrained. The man gonna be restrained.
Look like the bad guy in the situation.
Correct. Even if the woman instigated it.
Evidential. Like you see marks all over him.
So does it mean that women play the victim of it time?
That's a different story. We can't do victim on equal and not equal.
I mean, it's a controversial show, so
that's a different one.
Okay.
I'm talking about as far as equality.
Okay.
That's not an
but
equal
situation. How an institution like the police can come in a situation that can be dicey with two domestic violence and pick side always on one side, which is the side of a woman, that she can do no wrong.
We're not equal. Men are considered aggressors. Men are considered hunters.
But
strong.
is that true that women are not aggressors too?
No. Women are provokers and aggressors as well.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're not.
So
they may not be physical.
My question is,
or they may be physical.
That is correct.
But their words can
very good point.
Replay.
Very good point. She might not be physical, but the aggression can be verbal.
Very much.
And
I'm not saying it's warranted to hit because it's verbal.
Right.
I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is it can be so verbal that the guy is backing down.
Right.
And then she becomes more aggressive physically.
How about the guy is triggered because you disrespected him?
But in society, that's not okay. A man should not allow words.
Why? So who wrote that book? So my question is,
not man. Anyone should not allow words to cause them to become physical.
Right. Cool. So, but you have to understand that when you say something to someone, regardless of how you say it, because how you say it, what you're saying, can have repercussion. So when we talk about equality, which means that you can go ahead, we are the same, right? You can go ahead and say whatever you want to this man and don't expect anything to happen because, you know what? Nothing's supposed to happen.
Mental health is real, so I don't believe that you should be able to say anything.
That's a topic for another day. But because most women understand that, and this has been played time and time again.
Yeah, they play
and personal experience, a lot of experiences, other guys have experienced it. It don't matter what happened in the household. Once the cop are called, the man is getting restrained first or taken out of the household first.
Yep.
But we're talking about equality like, okay, we're equal, But when it comes to consequences and situations like physical, like domestic violence, men are always first targeted because we're supposed to be aggressors. But we are supposed to be the same. So basically, the authorities should look at women also as aggressors because we're
I
equal.
feel like
Because that
until I hear the
this is the
story-
narrative that been pushed forward that we are equal. So equal action, equal consequences, right? But this is not what the authority look at men and women, or the justice system look at men and women.
You know,
So how can we be equal? Now, let me put it this way. We have to agree that men are built with a stronger frame.
period.
There are some women that have exceptional qualities up there. You know, they have
Yeah,
great muscles.
I'm not gonna discredit that.
Right.
Correct.
Now, where the kicker is this. I like numbers. What are the statistics men to women that will go ahead and lift up this heavy ass pack of water that's on the shelf over there? How many women carry that?
Not a lot. It's very small.
How many men will carry that because the things their duty? We do that all day, every day. But still, the narrative is still the same. I'm saying we're still equal. We drive the same type of cars, but when your car breaks down, you don't call 1-800, call a woman to fix your tire. You call a man. How many women do you know to fix tires? One. Out of many.
I'm saying I know how to fix my tire. I don't know how many. I know how to fix my tire.
Okay, so
And I know how to check my oil.
let's put it this way.
And I know how to check if there's low coolant.
I know.
I'm gonna know the bare minimum just to make sure I can get myself somewhere.
Correct. There's some
Because
great.
you
There's some great.
never know what situation you're gonna be in.
Correct. There's some great women mechanics out there. How many are there? Do you know a woman
rare.
mechanic own shop?
It's rare.
Okay, so we in the Maryland area. How many mechanic shop owned by women that you know?
I have yet to see one.
Interesting. How many women tow truck shop that you do now?
I don't know any.
How many women do you know that drive tow trucks?
None.
Okay.
I know none.
So let's go to truck and trailers because kind of the
Truck and trailers, I know a couple. I know
correct
a handful.
a couple.
No, I know a good correction.
I know some women that drive truck and trailers.
I know
no problem.
a good handful that drive
Again,
truck.
It's a men
But
dominated.
it's a now thing.
Right, it's a men dominated
It just
industry.
started to happen.
If you want to put the stats out there, what is the scale of men to women that drive truck and
I
trailers?
feel like it's 85 to 15, like 75 to 15.
Okay, so
75 to 15.
how many women do you know that work in construction on the scaffold and
I know them holding the stop sign and flipping it back.
the flaggers?
The flaggers.
Okay.
That's what I know. I have yet to see a woman on the scaffold. I've yet to see them pouring the cement. I've yet to see with the jackhammer.
The jackhammer?
I have yet to see that.
So, how?
And if I see that, I'm going to praise her because it's very rare and it's a beautiful thing to see. But
let me give you another example.
not
How
common.
many women do you know handle luggage at the airport?
What do you mean?
Luggages come from the plane. The luggage workers.
Oh, outside?
Yeah.
I have yet to see one. I see them sitting on a little cart, back and forth, driving the little go-kart.
So, which
or in the
means that
walkie-talkies, but as far as
correct
lifting and putting it onto the conveyor belt,
So,
I haven't seen.
how many women do you know that do trash man?
You're proving your point.
No. I'm just saying.
Where I used to live, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It was a woman crew that used to pick up trash.
Cool. But again, I like numbers.
But
Right.
that was the first time I ever saw that.
That's cool. And I will commend that.
And when I used to see her, I said, "Girl, go ahead, more power to you. Make that money. Do what you have to do. It's
That's
a beautiful
correct.
thing to see."
That is correct. But if it's a man-dominated industry, which means that this gender is inclined to be comfortable working in that industry.
And that's why I said there is not really and truly baseline. I'm just trying to go baseline. I understand there are a lot of things that women have fought for and really feel like they should get the same respect for. Yes, I'm not gonna discredit that.
Okay.
But baseline, I like to be simple when I'm explaining things.
Okay.
I don't want to go into detail.
Okay.
If we're talking about industries, construction, warehouses, government jobs as far as secret officials, and those things, most people that are doing the gender that does that the most are men.
Okay.
No questions asked.
Right.
That is their nature,
Right.
their innate, their baseline, their being. The way Adam and Eve, God, or whoever you believe, created the woman and the man, that's their field. That's the men's field. I am not, no way in my life will I take my time to waste and make an application, fill out an application for a job like that, because I know.
Okay.
I know
That
it's a waste of time.
That's totally fair. So the bottom line is this. I can agree that when it comes to corporate, when it comes to brain work,
And we're talking about corporate as far as the medical field,
medical field, corporate field,
office,
banking, business, yes,
those,
everything that relate to corporate,
yes,
we are equal.
Yes,
100%. I'll give that to I'll give to women.
Agreed.
When it comes to physical work, we are not equal. When it comes to protection, although I believe that there's a woman that are great protector, they can handle a gun. They can do that for the families.
I
100%.
I get that. I'm talking about the nature. You know, my name is not Natural Star for no reason.
Right.
The natural being of a woman and a man. Men have that initial like innate. It's their being. They wake up and eat, breathe, sleep, protection, leader, provider. That's what they wake up thinking about. They go to sleep thinking about. Women are forced to do it when there's no male in that home.
Okay.
So that's where the equality starts to push,
Right.
where they start to push against the man for equality.
Okay.
Because they're conditioned to have no choice.
Okay. Okay. So your perspective is that when the man is not present, the woman has to step up.
No matter
that's
what.
Fair.
And that's where the equality fight comes from.
And that's it. But for all intents and purposes, if a man figure is not there, as a grown adult, you have to take care of yourself.
Yes, and you have to do what you have to do.
And
that's what I'm talking about.
Correct.
That's where the equality they're fighting for mainly comes from.
So for us men, if you're not there, if your woman's not there, I have to take care of myself regardless. Mm-hmm. So as grown adult, you have to take care of yourself. You don't need somebody else to come and take care of you. As a grown adult, functioning member of society.
You don't have
correct.
A choice.
I don't have a choice neither. You don't have a choice neither.
I'm
you have
saying,
to pay your bill.
Period. There
correct.
isn't a choice on either end
now,
when it's that situation.
Now.
So that makes sense.
Okay.
You have to do what you have to do.
Okay.
It's either sink and swim in that situation.
That is correct.
Survival of the fittest.
So I
get that.
We both have to sink and swim.
Yes.
When on our own, we both have to sink and swim.
Yes.
But here's the difference, though. When a woman is in trouble, she can call a man. Or a man will always want to save her. Come on, you got friends. You got people you do know. You got brothers. You got people that you do know.
Okay, I'm gonna give that because I was gonna say no. I don't have a lot of male in my life that I can call on like that. But then
you do know.
But then I know a few if like there's an issue with my car or if I'm trying to get an advice on something where it's regarding my son.
Okay.
I know there's a few men that I trust and I can call and get that advice from.
That is correct.
So yes, I agree with that. And it's also the same way for men. There's things, not always. Mm-hmm. Not always.
To pick up your couch?
No, stop. Come on.
Okay.
I'm saying there is an idea that a man may have, right? Mm-hmm. and he's trying to work or do something, or he's trying to find something,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll be like, I have a female friend, just say, because these people are single,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I have a female friend that, whenever she needs help, she calls me. I have that same respect for her like she has for me.
Mm-hmm.
I call her, hey, I've been trying to find this thing for my mom. Can you help me find it for me?
I totally agree with that. I 100%.
I've been thinking about doing this and that.
What
What do you think about it?
what I'm trying to get to is this. When I say a woman will always find a man to save her, it doesn't matter what situation she is, whether it's financial, whether it's physical work, she will find a man to save her, to bail her out. And I dare any woman that
Most
put the
of the
comments
time, listen,
to
ladies.
say that she's not gonna find a guy that she can call to save her out, bail out of the situation. Now, let me finish.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
when we men are in trouble, we can call you to bail us out.
Why not?
Now, when
Why
I say call you out, which means if it comes to a physical work, we can call you.
Why not? She may not be able to do that, the big heavy stuff, but she can still help and do the other stuff around.
Like what?
What do you mean, like what? For instance, if you're moving, right, and you need help, you got some boxes. If she's able to pick up the boxes and put them in a truck for you, that's not something.
Is she gonna do that for the whole day, picking up boxes?
If she has to help the friend that she feels is deserving of that time,
do you always call your girlfriend when you move, or you call movers?
I call my girls. Hey, matter of fact, I don't call nobody because I do it myself. I enjoy moving.
Okay.
I don't mind packing.
How many women movers do you know?
The only time I ever needed help, right, is when I was on the 3rd floor. I said I could not pick a couch from the 3rd floor, and I can't have my girls help me.
Why not?
From the 3rd floor.
Why not?
I didn't see it. How possible?
So the higher you get, the more difficult you get. So you have to call everybody.
I feel like you're being so sarcastic today. Oh my God.
Listen, I'm trying to make a point that.
Make your point. Go ahead.
I'm trying to make a point.
Go ahead.
Listen.
I already said that I don't have the same strength as a man.
Okay.
I already said that, so you can't use that as against me.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't use it against me because I've already said it.
I'm not using it against you. I'm saying
and you can't say, my point exactly, because from the get-go, I've been saying women and men don't have the same strength. I've been saying it.
Okay.
So
the point I'm trying to make is this. I just want you to believe. I just want to let you know is that yes, when it comes to intellectual work, intellectual brain power, I give it to the women all day, every day. They are on record.
Thank you.
100%.
Let's take the applause,
But
ladies.
take this from that part of history of the way we function in society and say that we equal to men.
No, because
BS.
Okay, let's go all the way back. Remember, you started the video with in the 50s and 60s.
Correct.
You never saw a woman in a coal mine. I'm going back. You never saw a woman in a factory. You never saw a woman doing construction. You didn't see a woman doing that. So if we're gonna keep going on the strength thing, you're gonna win.
So we're not equal.
You're gonna win with the strength. Woman's strength and men's strength will never, no matter how much steroids a woman takes,
But they say we're equal though. That's a word on the street. That's a word on the street.
Well, if word on the street is that they're equal, I disagree.
No, I mean it's a mentality.
If
it's
that's
a mindset.
your mentality, you're gonna not like me. I go against it. Because I'm telling you right now, I cannot, if I have to do it, I will do it. But if it's my choice, I rather the man with the strength that God gave the making.
So let me give you an example.
I don't want to do it.
Let me give you another
because
example.
I know I don't have. I'm
People,
not as strong.
they might come in
My back gonna hurt at the end of the day. I'm gonna need massage for a whole week.
And very good with the very good women masseurs.
Oh, here we go.
Masseuse.
And there's good men masseuse too. Okay. I would prefer men because they have more strength to massage the muscle.
Interesting. Good point. Okay. Thank you. But what I'm trying to say is that when it's all good and peaceful in society, we say we're equal. When shit hit the fan, like conflict, civil war, are we equal?
No, because they don't put
Who
women.
who defends? Who goes to the front line?
Men. I told you. Okay. He really trying to.
No.
Convince who?
I'm not trying to convince. I'm just putting the facts. My name is only fact. That's all I'm trying to put the
Convince the
facts.
crowd, convince the audience, because I already am on only facts side. I told you my name is not Natural Star for a reason. I like it simple and natural as possible.
Okay.
As simple as Natural
I give
Star.
I give it to you.
The realistic way, the most straightforward. Strength is not woman's strong point.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay. Well,
so that equality with strength is a 0 for me.
So when it comes to,
if you're talking about brain power, I feel like there's a difference.
Not I'm saying that. I'm not saying that women are incapable of doing all the things that men do. I'm not saying that. All I'm trying to say is this.
But the speed,
okay.
The speed, the quality of work,
right?
It's going to be different if a team of women does it versus a team of men.
My question is,
and the only reason why, the main factor of that is because men, we're talking about construction, let's use construction as an example. There's a construction woman team and a construction man team. It's going to take a lot more women to move that machine and do what the machine has to get done than if it was men. And that's because of the natural state of your make, the testosterone, your muscle capacity, how you move, what's going on. I'm not saying women can't do it.
Right.
It's just it may be totally different. The execution and the time it takes for a woman to do it.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to say it. So if they want to make a woman team, go ahead. If that's the equality you're looking for.
Right.
But from my standpoint, the quality is not going to the same, because I'm going to want to, the job is going to want to get a whole bunch of stuff done in 8 hours versus you taking the 8 hour to move the crane. That's when they fine, know man. In the 8 hours, they can, if it was a team of men, crane, concrete, scaffold, all of that would have been done in 8 hours.
So which means that you have to understand that for our society to be able to function, we need buildings. For building to be built, we need people to build those buildings.
I don't know what point you're trying to prove.
No, I'm trying to say, I'm talking to the audience. For those building to exist, we need people to build it. We need people that work cranes, backhoes, excavators.
Everything.
So I'm asking the audience, since women say we're equal, how many women work in those fields? Because you have to build those places so for people to live in.
So you're talking... Excuse me. If there was
I'm talking about the foundation of society as we know it.
Hold on. Yeah. If you're talking about there's 5 people on the job, right? I'm making the number very small. 5 people. How many out of that 5 is going to be women? 1.
Okay. All right. That's my whole point. That's my whole point.
For that kind of job, buildings, all that, out of the whole 5, so we need 5 people to do this today.
So the reason for which I stand on the fact that we are not the same, we can be the same in corporate. We're not the same because we do corporate as well.
Yes,
and we do the grunt work. Yes. So we do grunt work and corporate
because that's from the old days of time.
Correct. That's correct.
The old days of time.
So nowadays we're not talking about all days of time because they don't. It's on record, but it's no longer relevant. We're talking about modern society.
Even in modern society, yes, there are more men in the work field than women. But at the same time, there's a lot of women that can come up and do a lot of stuff. And I'm not going to discredit them at all.
Right.
I kudo a woman that can go ahead and take up that jackhammer and use it. And I'm not going to discredit a man that can sit in the doctor's office and be a nurse. I'm not going to discredit that. Because remember, nurses' jobs were women jobs.
That's correct. And men signed them into that.
And men were doctors.
Correct. Men were doctors and women were nurses. That's
I'm
correct.
not gonna discredit a woman being a doctor, and
Oh,
I'm not gonna
no,
discredit a
there's
man being a nurse.
there's no reason to.
Because guess what? As long as that job is being taken care of, thank you. As long as you saved my life, thank you.
So let's put it this way: when it comes to brain power related activities and industries, men and women can be equal.
But
But there's a kicker. Since men, we are still stronger physically than you are,
mhm,
so we still do the physical work that takes society to be built,
mhm,
and we still do the mental
mhm.
or intellectual work that take to be done
Because now we're crossing. It's being
into
more
the
crossed over
Caribbean
now.
crossover.
Mhm.
So, which means that the narrative of saying that we're equal has to be had to be put in context. There's a context to it.
Of course.
Okay,
There's stipulations
and I
to
think
it.
that's where the diversions come from. There's a context. If you don't put it in context to say we are equal in the jobs that you both can both do.
Mhm.
We can call intellectual work. Not that there's no women that cannot do grunt work, but it's gonna come down to numbers, and we
Yes.
outweigh.
And that's
Right.
okay. And okay, I hear what you're saying. And woman, I don't want you to get mad at me. I don't want you.
They shouldn't be mad.
I'm not saying
it's
that
just
a
a fact.
woman can't do the job. I'm not saying that.
And it's not what I'm saying either. I'm
I'm
saying.
just saying
Right.
it makes more sense. Where the strength is needed, give me the strength.
Correct.
Where the brain power is needed, give me the brain power.
Correct.
That's all I'm saying.
Correct. So I think the solution to this is that now on, if I was taking the microphone and interviewing people on the street and asking young girls,
Maybe we should do that one day.
maybe we should do that one day and say, do you think men and women are equal? I would get the response. I would say 8 out of 10, yes, that men and women are equal. Until I bring the fact that we're equal based on the context of the industry that you're comfortable in and I'm comfortable in, but you're not comfortable in that other industry that require muscle and grunt work and physical frame. That's why we're not equal. So it's like a blanket statement nowadays that we're all equal because I get my own money, I get my own car, I get my own house. It's all fine until you require
We could be equals in those categories.
the categories.
Fine.
So
Fine. That's
until it requires
Heavy
heavy duty work that will call for
a strength of a man.
the strength of a man. And from that point forward, you can get all the brain power. I give it to you. You're smart, you're intelligent, you put your brain to work, you make society
And that
move
always
forward.
has to do with the maturity of a woman versus
Correct.
a man.
But you understand
That's how that plays
correct.
into the
But you understand that
concept.
society is not only built on intellectual. Society is also built on physical.
That if
Right.
every I'm gonna this is not an endorsement. I need you guys to watch the documentary "The Men Who Built America." You will see that in the Men That Built America, most of the stuff was done because of men. I've watched other documentaries that have to do with women, but most of America has to do with men
Right.
pushing to get the couch that we're sitting on,
Correct.
the buildings that we walk into. Most of those people
Clearing the lands that we need to build the house.
it's men,
So
and I ain't gonna discredit them.
that's correct.
I'm not gonna say no. A woman should have been doing this. No.
So the bottom line is this. So
No.
at the end of the day, we are not equal. This is my thing. We are not equal, and we are not equal. It's just that fact. I mean, you can debate me all you want. I keep bringing
Not
that
like
fact
me
that
for saying what I said either.
we are not equal.
But I'ma always say-
we're equal in context of some industries, but we are not equal when it comes on a general scale, right? Because men are stronger to build things. We build things. That's what we build for. We build things, and women manage it. So we're going at you're good at managing it, then building it. Not that you can't build, but you're good at managing. We're good at building. We can build and also manage, which means that we have also have leverage. So men and women are not equal. That's my take of it night. And I know for a fact you can dispute it, but I just want to leave with your opinion in the comment that we're equal and show me the proof that we're equal without the context of a specific industry for which you incline into to be more comfortable in. If you can do sewer, show me the statistic of a woman that can work in sewer.
HVAC, electric.
If you can
I'm
do
not climbing into
crane work,
them
show me
small
the amount of
places.
women that work in crane work. If you can do asphalt work at night without being a flagger, show me the amount of women, bring me those stats, and then I'll believe you. But until then,
Let's
sorry.
see. So, I have a question for you guys. With the conversation we had today, is it time for us to be canceled? Let me know.
We're controversial, and we're going to keep doing this until we get canceled. Have a good night.
Good night.